Report, a program that gives you an overview of the developments in India's northeast region. I'm your host Chandrakala and the highlights of today's program are: BJP alliance set to form next government in Assam. Northeast youth shine in the recently declared UPSC result. Asia's second highest Singh Shore Bridge in Sikkim beholds tourists. And Nagaland, a land of folklore, beckons tourists with rural tourism. The BJP alliance has created history in Assam by registering a huge win in the Assembly elections 2016. The alliance will form government for the first time ever, creating high hopes and aspiration among the people of Assam who voted for a change. A report. After ruling Assam for 15 consecutive years, Congress fared poorly in the elections. The BJP carved history on May 19th and is all set to form its first government in the northeast. With Union Minister Sarvananda Sonowal as its chief ministerial face, the BJP and its allies registered a landslide victory, gathering 87 seats in the 126-member assembly. People across the state welcomed the alliance with much celebrations.
इस चुनाव परिणामों से ये साफ हुआ है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी की विकास की जो विचारधारा है, सामान्य मानवी के जीवन में बदलाव लाने का जो अथक प्रयास है, उसको देश की जनता भली भांति सराह रही है, स्वीकार कर रही है और समर्थन कर रही है.
The coalition got 87 seats in the 126-member Assam Assembly, while Congress and All India United Democratic Front grabbed 25 and 13 seats respectively. Sonowal said that his party would work to protect the interest of Assamese society.
Whatever humbling and challenging support we have received, in the near future, we are determined to meet the expectation of the people, and in this regard, in this particular election, whatever vision document we have prepared to meet the hopes and expectation, also to fulfill the desire of the people of Assam, will be effectively carried out and it will be timely implemented.
The grand victory of BJP in Assam paves way for federal government-sponsored development in the state. With a northeastern state in its kitty, it is Achhe Din once again for BJP. Well, the Union Public Service Commission has recently declared results for the Civil Services Examination 2015, and students from Northeast have given the best show ever with 23 candidates clearing the exam. A report.
Northeast students have proved their mettle once again. Their achievement stands out as the region lags behind several other Indian states due to its difficult geographical terrain. In all, 23 candidates from the region brought pride and glory to the nation. Of the 1,078 qualifying students, 8 were from Assam, 8 from Manipur, 2 from Arunachal Pradesh and 1 each from Meghalaya, Nagaland, Sikkim, Tripura and Mizoram. Girls have proved that they are as better as boys, as Vidisha Kalita, a resident of Guwahati, Assam, secured 210th rank in the Civil Services Examination. Vidisha has been a brilliant student all through and has bagged several medals and certificates of appreciation. Her determination and hard work made her accomplish her dream. Padmanabh Barua, a student from Guwahati University, was ranked 194, followed by Saurabh Jyoti Barua of Nagaon district of Assam, who got 557th rank.
सबसे पहले मैं यूथ डेवलपमेंट पे फोकस करना चाहूँगी, स्किल डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द यूथ, देयर एम्प्लॉयमेंट, क्योंकि यहाँ पे एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ बहुत कम है फॉर द यंगस्टर्स, जिसके वजह से नॉर्थ ईस्ट में एक ब्रेन ड्रेन आजकल हो रहा है. तो स्किल डेवलपमेंट एंड एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ इन नॉर्थ ईस्ट विल बी माई फर्स्ट कंसर्न.
बहुत ही अच्छा लग रहा है क्योंकि ये पहला अटेम्प्ट है मेरा और इसी अटेम्प्ट में मुझे मतलब अकॉर्डिंग टू लास्ट ईयर का रैंक मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है मुझे शायद इंडियन पुलिस सर्विस मिलेगा, तो बहुत ही अच्छा लग रहा है. प्लस ऐसा लग रहा है कि मतलब इतने दिनों का मेहनत थोड़ा कुछ तो सक्सेस लाया है अभी तक.
पढ़ाई को ऐसे मेरा ये प्रिपरेशन लास्ट 1 साल से शुरू हुआ है। तो उससे पहले मैं जॉब में भी था, तो मैं जॉब छोड़ के completely dedicatedly 1 साल पूरा प्रिपरेशन किया।
8 other students have cleared the exam from Manipur, including Daina Khumantam, who was ranked 24, followed by S. Askar Ali, ranked 167, Kriti Das Thokcham, ranked 540, and Haridas Rajkumar, ranked 686. Daina is the second daughter of the 5 siblings of Abhyama Devi and Khumantam Chandramami, Inspector General of Police and Director of Fire Services and Manipur Training College. In the year 2007, Daina topped the Board of Secondary Education Manipur examination. Later in 2009, she topped the Higher Secondary examination. In 2015, she cleared the Indian Forest Service main examination and was ranked 9th. Her parents have always supported her.
I believe in God, but I also believe at the same time that my parents are the living gods, which I can see with my own eyes. So I give my credit to my parents, then my family members, then my relatives and my friends, who are all my well-wishers throughout my journey.
S. Askar Ali, coming from a poor family in a remote village of Thoubal district, has made Manipur proud. Born to Muhammad Ahmad Ali, a peon at the horticulture department, and S. Sitara, Askar had a very tough time in pursuing his academic careers. Ali failed in his first 2 attempts, but he was determined to crack the coveted civil service exam at any cost. And finally, his determination has sailed him through. S. Askar Ali is a physics graduate from Hindu College, Delhi.
For me, to become a civil servant was a childhood dream. When I was in class 9, I read about a civil servant from my state who is serving really well in the state. His name is R.K. Dinesh. He inspired me a lot. And from that time, I have decided to become civil servant, and I appeared this exam only to become civil servant. This is my 3rd attempt. This is your 3rd attempt? Yes. After my graduation, I appeared for the first time. I cleared pre. I went down in mains by a narrow margin. Again in 2014, I went down in pre by 1 mark. Then finally, I changed my approach. Then I was sincere in my approach, and finally, I secured 167th rank in this exam.
Doyu Kampu ranked 1034 and Chajat Lowang ranked 1039 from Arunachal Pradesh, Rembemu Tikithan 698 from Nagaland, Dukuni Kindia ranked 1043 from Meghalaya, Yangchen Bhutia ranked 956 from Sikkim, Savande Burma ranked 992 from Tripura, and Elvina Lanwampui Livon ranked 1018 from Mizoram have also made the Northeast and the nation proud.
Well, let us now take a look at some of the events that made news in the Northeast recently.
Recently, Minister of State for Home Affairs Kiran Rijiju reviewed the implementation of Base Barua Committee report with concerned ministries and representatives of northeastern states. The committee's recommendations included legislative measures, special police initiatives for safety and security of northeastern people living in Delhi, NCR and other parts of the country, educating people about the northeast and addressing their grievances related to accommodation. Over 435 boys and girls from the region have been recruited by the Delhi police and are presently undergoing training. Issues like promotion of tourism in the Northeast region, cultural festivals, sports and infrastructural facilities, films on Northeast, hostel accommodation for youngsters in NCR were also discussed at the review meeting. Madhukala Mishra, who hails from Rangpo, East Sikkim, was conferred with the National Florence Nightingale Award 2016. She received the award from President Pranab Mukherjee at Rashtrapati Bhavan. She is a National Quality Assessor from National Health Systems Resource Center or NHSRC, New Delhi. Namne is a health supervisor at the Raj Bhavan State Dispensary, Arunachal Pradesh. The National Florence Nightingale Awards are given by the Health and Family Welfare Ministry as a mark of recognition for the meritorious services rendered by the nurses and nursing professionals in the country. Members of All Assam Students Union took out a massive bike rally in protest of the rising cases of drug abuse among youngsters in the state. They demanded the Assam government to get rid from the menace of drugs and punish those involved in its supply. The rally aimed at making people aware about the harmful effects of drugs. Though many drug peddlers were taken into custody recently, open supply of brown sugar and cocaine makes it difficult for the police to nab culprits involved in this racket.
हम लोग ऑल असम स्टूडेंट्स यूनियन ने ये रैली किया, तो सारा असम में हम लोग ये प्रोटेस्ट किया है कि ड्रग्स से जो आम जनसाधारण हैं उनका जो जीवन संपत्ति ये खराब हो गया है, तो छात्रों को ये प्रभावित किया है, तो इसीलिए ड्रग्स को हटाना ही होगा.
The proscribed Garo National Liberation Army or GNLA suffered another major setback when 24 of its cadre from 2 commands surrendered before the authorities along with a huge cache of arms and anti-aircraft ammunition. The surrender was described as the third biggest and is believed to have further weakened the armory of the outfit after GNLA Finance Secretary Belding CH Marag alias Rakam laid down his weapons recently. The cadre, led by the outfit's action commander of West Garo Hills District, Hitio CH Momin alias Karag, and area commander Chinnang at Nun, surrendered before the Chief Secretary KS Kropa and DGP Rajiv Mehta. At least 1,304 anti-aircraft gun ammunition and 3,446 medium machine gun ammunition were deposited by the Hitio. Recently, hundreds of people hailing from all communities staged a sit-in protest at Kangla Tombi Bazaar in Manipur, condemning the shooting of a student, Rakesh Shah, by unidentified armed miscreants while failing the attempt to abduct him. The protesters demanded the immediate arrest of the culprit, Mr. Pao Ming Thang Sengset, and his associates who were involved in the shooting, and also demanded not to release the arrested culprits. In view of the prevailing situation, the state government has deployed civil commando personnel and has been stationed at the Kangla Tombi PWD-IB on 29th April 2016 after the shooting incident on 22nd April 2016.
Located in the midway to Uttare from Denton, Singshore Bridge is the second highest suspension bridge in Asia and the first of its kind in Sikkim as well as in the country. The bridge has been attracting a large number of tourists. Take a look. Considered as second smallest state in India, Sikkim is a home to Asia's second highest Singshore Bridge, located 25 km away from Pelling, which offers an overview of the scenic beauty of Sikkim to the tourists from across the globe. Pelling is a town in the district of West Sikkim. Pelling is nestled at an altitude of 2,150 meters. The town is located at a distance of 10 km from the district headquarters of Geizing. The bridge was built 16 years ago by connecting two hills, attracting a large number of tourists every year.
तो वाइंड अप होना चाहिए, इसके लिए वो बनाया गया है, लेकिन ये जो पहला जो बंदा दिख रहा है ये सही है, टेक्निकल और सही दिमाग लगाया हुआ है और बहुत ही पुराना भी है.
जैसे ही हमें जब मालूम हुआ कि ये इतना लंबा ब्रिज जिसके नीचे कोई सपोर्ट नहीं है, तो देख करके हमें एकदम रोमांच की अनुभूति हुई और आश्चर्य हुआ कि भाई आज जो टेक्निक जो कमाल है, मैकेनिकल का जो कमाल है वो देखने को मिला. और यहाँ आने के बाद हम भाव विभोर हो गए. एक आवागमन के लिए जो भी सुविधा के तौर पर इसका निर्माण किया गया था, जिन लोगों ने भी इनका निर्माण किया वो बहुत ही प्रशंसनीय कार्य है. और ऐसा है कि वर्ल्ड हेरिटेज में इस टाइप के जो मॉन्यूमेंट से इस तरह के जो निर्माण है हमको लेना चाहिए.
Offering a splendid view of lush hillsides, overwhelming waterfalls and the pristine valley, Singshore Bridge promises a sight to behold. It connects two beautiful villages, Denton and Uttare, where homestay facilities are also available. For tourists, there is a special restaurant adjacent to the bridge where one can have a wonderful time.
ब्रिज देखने के लिए हम कलकत्ता से आया है वहाँ पे. काय को पेलिंग हम अगर आया था, पेलिंग वो सब हम देखा हुआ है. ये नया चीज है, ये देखने के लिए हम इतना बढ़िया ब्रिज, इतना अच्छा फोटोग्राफी है यहाँ से, उसीलिए हमारा बहुत इंटरेस्ट लगा.
The government of Sikkim is likely to introduce bungee jumping activities soon to make it more attractive for adventure seekers. The architectural beauty of this hanging bridge surely makes one wonderstruck. Its vibrations also make one feel adventurous while diving through it. It can be regarded as one of the best tourist destinations of Pelling, and one can definitely spend half a day exploring the area. Well, peace and development is the buzzword in the Northeast. Let's take a quick look at some development news from the region.
Recently, the Chief Minister of Manipur, Okram Ibobi Singh, and Member of Parliament, Dr. T.H. Meena Singh, distributed Sahitya Parishad Manipur Awards to 29 eminent personalities from the state for their contribution in the field of literature and art and culture of the state on the second day of its 81st anniversary celebration held at Manipur Palace compound. Altogether, 29 awards, including Upadhi, cash awards and gold medal, were distributed. Manipuri Sahitya Parishad, with a host of pioneers, has been contributing its best towards development and promotion of Manipuri language and culture since its inception in 1935. Recently, a 5-day workshop on painting and sculpture making was conducted under the theme Ishani Kala Sangam in Tripura. It was organized to promote art and craft among youngsters. At the workshop, experts from the respective fields held classes to encourage budding artists to showcase their work at much bigger platforms like in SAARC nations. Altogether, 20 artists from different Northeast states and neighboring country Bangladesh participated in the workshop. They got an opportunity to display their artwork on the concluding day of the workshop. An open art campaign under the theme Beti Bachao was held recently at Batol Canvas in Guwahati. Paintings and other artwork were used to convey the social message of Save the Girl Child. Batter Canvas, meaning Street Picture, is an organization initiated by Santi Rajkhova in the year 2002. It aims to create a platform for various artists where they can raise awareness on social issues. So far, the organization has around 240 artists across the country. The new campus of Arunachal University was recently inaugurated by Deputy Chief Minister Chaunam Main in the presence of Parliamentary Secretaries C.T. Main and Zingnu Namchum. The new campus spreads over 30 acres and has its own state-of-the-art building constructed using improved technology most suited for earthquake-prone zone. The new campus will contribute to higher education in the state and generating employment opportunities. The private varsity has already started classes at Arts and Social Sciences, Management and Commerce, Computer Science, Agriculture Sciences, Education and Special Education, Skill Development and Vocational Studies, Library and Information Sciences and Legal Studies.
I'm completely well equipped with the information and the education facility provided in our university, and I'm completely satisfied with the faculties and the study program. Everything is well equipped in our university.
Recently, Justice Thinleng Thang Baipi was sworn in as Chief Justice of Tripura High Court. Tripura Governor Tathagata Roy administered the oath of office and secrecy to Justice Baipai during the swearing-in ceremony held at the Darbar Hall of Raj Bhavan in Tripura. Chief Minister Manik Sarkar attended the program with his cabinet colleagues, other justices of the High Court, top administrative and security officials of the state government. Baipai replaced Deepak Gupta, who was transferred to Chhattisgarh High Court as the Chief Justice. The Tripura High Court was set up in 2013. Recently, the All Bodo Students Union organized a seminar on promoting indigenous traditional knowledge to discuss and promote traditional knowledge for the development of indigenous people and their economy. The discussion was how to utilize the traditional knowledge and what technologies are being provided to enhance the traditional knowledge for better development of poor people. Besides, the financial schemes and packages being provided by the Government of India for promoting traditional knowledge related to cultivation. The ABSU has declared the year 2016-17 as the year of economic awareness, and keeping this in mind, the ABSU is focusing the development of economic activities and agriculture besides entrepreneurship.
healthcare sector has been a great concern across the globe, and keeping that in mind, the Tripura government has recently set up a unique academy to facilitate training of quality manpower in health sector in the state. We bring you a report.
The Health Department of Government of Tripura and Infrastructure Leasing and Financial Services IL&FS has set up Health Skills Academy. The academy will be run by IL&FS in order to give better healthcare facility to the people of state. The aim of this program is not only to improve the skills of existing hospital staff like doctors, nurses and paramedics, but to train fresh candidates who are interested to join in the healthcare sector in future. The academy commenced its operations in August 2015 and more than 200 candidates have been trained in the academy since then.
The whole concept of Health Skills Academy is imparting quality skills upskilling program to existing healthcare professionals of the state government and people who are in the sector in healthcare by offering them a program which is structured both theory as well as practical in a multi-speciality hospital.
During the training, special emphasis is given on emergency response during disasters, especially earthquakes, as Tripura lies within seismic zone 5, the most vulnerable one. This academy has been imparting training as per the existing standards.
আমি একজন স্টাফ নার্স আমি ত্রিপুরা গভর্নমেন্টের আন্ডারে এজ এ স্টাফ নার্স হিসেবে আমি কাজ করি আমি এখানে এসেছি আমি IL&FS এর আন্ডারে 3 মাসের একটা ইমার্জেন্সি নার্সিং কোর্স করার জন্য এসেছি এই কোর্সটা করার কারণ হলো আমরা অনেক কিছু জানি কিন্তু অ্যাকচুয়ালি সিস্টেমেটিকলি জানি না তার জন্য এই ট্রেনিংটা করার পরে মানে এই ট্রেনিংটা যে আমরা করতেছি তাতে বোঝা গেল যে মানে সিস্টেমেটিকলি অনেক কিছু আমরা জানতে পারতেছি যেমন অনেক ইমার্জেন্সিতে আমরা জানি না কিভাবে আমরা ঠিকভাবে কিভাবে সেবা করা যায়
গ্র্যাজুয়েশন কমপ্লিট করার পরে যে চাকরি পাবো এটার কোনো গ্যারান্টি নেই তো যে IL&FS থেকে যে ট্রেনিংটা করাচ্ছে যে হেলথের উপরে তো এটা করার পরে শুধুমাত্র যে এটা করে আমি চাকরি পাবো সে আশা করা যায় না মনে করেন আমার পরিবার চালাতে গেলে তাদের সুস্বাস্থ্য নিয়ে ভাবতে হবে ওই জিনিসটা জানা থাকলে মনে করেন আমার একটু লাভ হবে পাশাপাশি আমার যেমন চারিপাশের পরিবেশ আমার যে পাড়ার সবাইকে নিয়ে আমি একটু আরও অগ্রসর হতে হবে তাদেরকেও একটু বোঝাতে পারবো আমি অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ দেব IL&FS এর তাদেরকে যে আমাদের মতো বেকার যুবক যুবতীদের এরকম সুযোগ করে দিয়েছেন এবং
To improve their knowledge and skills in handling medical and surgical emergencies, the medical officers were sent to Max Hospital at New Delhi, while the nursing staffs were trained at CMRI and Medica Super Speciality Hospitals in Kolkata. This center is expected to help the state with adequate skilled manpower to perform the duties in the growing health sector and especially during emergencies like disasters.
With peace slowly returning in Nagaland state, people are turning towards developing rural tourism to attract tourists with its rich culture and lush green natural beauty. A new resort named Shalom Resort has been inaugurated recently. As part of these efforts, here's a report. Recently, Nagaland State Minister for Rural Development C.L. John inaugurated a new resort named Shalom Resort in Perin district, 37 kilometers away from Dimapur town. Surrounded by exquisitely picturesque landscapes and lush and verdant flora, the resort provides facilities like jungle gym, cycling, spa, boating, angling and a lot many other adventurous activities. The name Shalom, which means peace, highlights the peaceful coexistence between different communities in the state.
As a government leader or public servant, I have to help the public and I have to help my friends to make encouragement. That's why I'm coming here today open this resort. I'm so happy that my friends, because he have done a good example for all Naga people and to improve the rural area.
Shalom Resorts occupies 20 acres of land surrounded by rubber plantations on all sides. The resort has a rich perennial water source which comes straight from the feet of Mount Pona, the third highest peak in Nagaland. Moreover, to offer a glimpse of tribal lifestyle, the resort has an authentic Naga kitchen displaying horns of different kinds of animals and the age-old mud pots and water pots made of bamboo.
different people have different likings. Some people like to have a quiet life in this kind of isolated places, and there are quite a few people who like to stay away from this kind of, from the rural area and stay in the big cities and towns.
So far, Nagaland state has 3 resorts, the other 2 being Nauni and Nea Tho. Tribal lifestyle is one major attraction for most of the tourists who come to Nagaland, and therefore these resorts and homestays are becoming much popular amongst them. With each passing year, the idea and vision to promote state tourism is steadily progressing in Northeast India, taking it to a new level. Well, viewers, with that we have come to the end of this episode of Roving Report. Do connect with us through our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter at AnyIndia_ANI. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to get latest news updates from the Northeast. I'm your host Chandrakala signing off. Goodbye and take care.